Let's see. Oh, we can see us.
It's going on. My wife says hi, Philip. Just let me know when we started. Oh, here we go. Oh, it said that we're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, okay, I just got a message saying that we're live on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I can see you finally.
Okay.
Okay, this YouTube thing is working very bad, guys. I
Yeah.
was like trying it before, and it was working. Then Richard connected, everything stopped working well. So
It's like
just go.
normal. It's like normal, like they always do. They try to X us.
Hi everybody in the chat. Sorry for this delay.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. So, how was your happy fake New Year? You know, it's
Yeah,
not really the New Year, right? You know that, right?
yeah, yeah. We have like 1728 right now. So 7528,
Okay.
and the rest of the world has 2020.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the correct year is 2020.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, guys.
There he goes. All righty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You're
everything's on.
back. You're back.
Yeah,
So
exactly. We live in a fake world, fake everything. They built up this reality. The ISS, like you was talking about.
yeah, let's just start with the news that we brought to this
Sounds good.
meeting of ours. We were supposed to talk about some space stuff because Richard came up with this news about the um, telescope photograph, right? Like they pictured the star that was very far. How far it was?
They said 100 light years away. 100 light years away. It's an Earth-sized planet, a round spherical planet like Earth in space, and they found it. It's 100 light years away. So, what is 100 light years anyway?
That's a huge distance, I'd say.
Exactly.
Uh, why can't they just turn around the Hubble and picture the Earth or Moon more properly than we have right now?
That's a good point. Because they can't. They can't. It's
I,
impossible.
I've heard they say like they have like low power, lack of power on this Hubble stuff, so they cannot like move it around too much.
Right. Well, what's interesting is all the photos that we and all the images that we see from NASA, they put out. All we see is a still Earth. Even if the live streaming that they do, the fake nonsense, you don't see the Earth doing all those motions that they claim they're spinning in. I mean, we got 1,000 miles an hour, right? You don't see any motion of the Earth. You don't even see a tilted Earth, like they say that we see all straight photos. You don't see a tilted Earth on an axis. And you don't see the Earth going 67,000 miles an hour around the sun. That's $93 million away. 93 million miles away. You don't see that either. I mean, the Earth's so bright it doesn't light up the space, but it lights up space on Earth. I mean, it's just nonsense when you really start thinking about this stuff. Also, I mean, it's also supposed to be going 500 million miles an hour in an upwards motion towards the sun. And all these images and all these photos that NASA's giving, I don't see any of that.
Yeah.
I don't see any of that. So
Yeah. What about the that picture of Hubble, that new galaxy that they saw, asteroid passing through new galaxy? Have you seen it?
yeah, the one with the citizen found.
Yeah. Can you can you see it right now?
Yeah, I can see it right there. But
Yeah, that's an eye, and that was in
look at
that was
the
yeah. This eye is like very interesting because it looks like a crab nebula, but actually this is an eye. This guy made this comparison in Photoshop, and he like work with the shadows of this image, and it totally makes an eye. So what do you think about Photoshop? Are they really so good, or they just trying to make us find those artifacts inside the image that they set up for us? Maybe
Just
they're trying to say, "Help us! We are locked in this NASA room, and we cannot get out."
unbelievable. The amount. I mean, you need big boots just to step out of all the bullshit and nonsense they talk about. They also said, here, let me screen share. They also have found something that was interesting. Let me get this first. They said that they found this planet that was supposed to be 100 light years away. Let's check that out. Um, and hold on, let me find it first, and then we can go to it. It was amazing. And for you guys out there don't know, we run Flat Earth News and Report on Facebook. If you're not, if you don't like it or subscribe to it, make sure you do. A lot of interesting stuff on there. Here we go. I found it. So let's
Yeah,
start.
Richard is not in space. It's just his fish fish tank.
So, can you see what I see? So, here we go. Earth-sized planet that may support water found 100 light years away. So, just 100 light years away, there's an Earth-sized planet that may support water. 6 Action News, okay? So, this is from your real, this is real news. This is supposed to be real news, folks. NASA scientists announced Monday that they found the first Earth-sized, potentially habitable planet. I mean, it's just nonsense. And the name of this planet that they found is called TOI 700D. It's about 100 light years away. It's an orbiting star that is about 40% of the sun's mass and size, according to CNN. So just
Yeah.
nonsense. And it's just nonsense.
Welcome to the Simply Crafted Challenge, where chefs compete to impress our judges.
Gonna look at this real quick and get past this. See what they say. Let's get past this. This advertise.
Universe, NASA's Planet Hunting Telescope found its first potentially habitable planet, they say.
He's all
It's the
serious.
size of
Look
Earth.
at that.
It's orbiting a star about 100 light years away. So don't make
Yeah,
any plans to visit just yet. At current space travel speeds, it would still take at least 137,000 years to get there.
I mean, these guys are smoking meth, man.
Welcome to
They're smoking meth.
Yeah.
You know, they have to be. They have to be on some type of drugs, man. That guy was really serious about what he was saying, you know, and they just created this.
Yeah, if they smoking something, they need to eat some cookies, right? And that's the news that they had about the new Owen zero gravity Owen.
Relativity, light years.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. It's real news. This is zero G Owen will be baking double tree cookies on the International Space Station,
Oh wow!
and they donated them, provided a chocolate chip cookie dough for the baking experiment on orbit. Science is awesome, food is awesome, and this is just going to be amazing journey to see what comes out of this. Yeah, founder and co-chief of Zero Kitchen, Jordana Fischenbaum. Yes, she said that. So this is interesting because a bunch of stuff is going up there, and we are paying for all those starts. We are paying for all this weight that's going up where in nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
And what we see is just these fake experiments with cooking, which supposed to give the idea of how they're gonna be cooking in long expeditions towards Mars or
Right.
whatever. And
I mean,
so
think about this, Phil. You know how much garbage that we have. If space was real, and we're going on all these missions in space, we will be putting containers and sending them to outer space of garbage. We wouldn't have no garbage here on Earth, right? I mean, they could just burn up and put in space, right? And float around with the asteroids, right? I mean, like think about it. We wouldn't be burying our garbage.
I believe they have an explanation for this, and they're gonna tell you that
Okay.
nobody's gonna burn so much fuel for your garbage to go there. We can easily bury it here in some, third world countries, and so
Right. So that we could, because so that the
or
climate,
in or
right?
in the ocean like they do right now,
Right.
just dropping shit in the ocean, making new islands, man, new islands of plastic waste, man. That's really horrible.
It's just so conflicting, so contradicting stories that they say. And it's nonsense. And then what happened? That's why they got away with it so long, because we wasn't paying attention, Philip. We wasn't paying attention, and now it's the tables turn. We're paying attention to everything they do. We got people looking at every video. We got people looking at every word they say now, every nonsense script and propaganda that they put out. We're looking at it, scrubbing it, and calling bullshit as soon as they put it out. And that's the difference. People are waking up to all the nonsense, to all the lies and deceptions, and really focusing on what's really going on. So,
Yeah. Have you heard about New Horizons? This famous um, photo telescope satellite or something that was sent up to Pluto, which is not even a planet anymore, and it got pictured. Let me show you what they
no, I
pictured.
haven't.
They pictured the Pluto, the
I
famous
hope
Pluto.
pass this
Are you
around.
serious?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me show you. Can you see my
Please
screen
do.
share?
Yeah, I need a good laugh.
Can you see what I'm screen share?
Not now, but yeah, I can see now. I can
Yeah,
see now.
this is New Horizon. This is that famous satellite, and that was wrapped in a tinfoil with this for this thermal
Wow.
regulation, and not even so it passes like this asteroid belt to go up to the Pluto. So I mean, it even reaches the Pluto and pictures it. And let me show you what it pictures. It pictures the blue sky of Pluto like this. This is the picture from that New Horizon.
Oh wow! Look at that.
So it's easily made on Photoshop. This guy also showed this here that he made exactly the same picture in a Photoshop for a couple of seconds. And so, like, let me show you this. Here we go. And you don't have to send anything into the space, paying so much money. You can get
Oh
this picture
no!
here. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Going to space.
yeah, and find three differences. That's the original picture. That's the picture that guy made.
Yeah, farm potatoes on Mars.
Yeah, of course it has like a little bit difference, but it's easily can be made from this Photoshop as well as they claim it to be a picture from New Horizons, right?
Absolutely, it's complete bullshit. Complete nonsense. Child's play. Child's play. And
Yeah,
you know why they're giving us all this propaganda and all this nonsense with the whole Iran stuff. I mean, Iran is ancient Tartaria. Is ancient Tartaria, and we're still fighting over Tartaria today.
yeah, and America was also a huge part of that huge empire that was before. So I mean that Iranian stuff, I was covering all these things that was gonna happen. Like 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago, I was talking about it, and so I was saying no war is gonna happen, and each and everybody is posting those, threatening posts like Iran killed like 80 American soldiers this night. I said, it's a bullshit. And I banned this guy from your group. He was posting it in the firmament. I
Yeah,
mean, what the hell Furman's supposed to do with this, Iranian attack?
Exactly.
And
No,
so this hysteria that was going around for this before Trump, actually said that nothing's gonna happen this time. So no war's gonna happen, nothing's gonna happen. So
right.
I mean, he did what he did. So just all the theater, all this stuff was
It's
covered
all
by me.
right.
It's scripted. Anybody who is aware of this technology, of this scripted prediction, programming, and all this stuff can easily decode what's gonna happen in a
Yeah,
couple of years. So
yeah.
because it's written, they writing about it in the articles and in newspapers. That somebody was even writing about it in the New York
Oh,
Times
really?
a day before the Trump killed that general.
Oh, yeah. You
He
can look at
said
it
like,
in Simpsons. I mean, it's that nonsense. You can look at what's going to happen on the old series of The Simpsons that they played back in the day, where it's found Donald Trump in the
yeah,
box.
he was saying about Obama that Obama's gonna be bombing Iran to keep his second presidency. He was saying it a couple of times, and this is all merry-go-round stuff. Melania Trump saying Michelle Obama's speeches. Michelle Obama was writing that speech like a couple of years ago, and she is rewrote that speech again and saying
Right.
exactly the same words. So it's like the scripted reality. We live in this theater that is scripted by.
Oh, absolutely. It's nonsense. And they give it all these. And look, anything the media tells you is totally bullshit, and it's the opposite of what's going on. It's nonsense. You should, at this point right now, if you're tuning into this, you should already be at that level where, all right, if you choose to watch TV, understand that it's a black mirror that you're getting this information from. The people who run it is dealing with very satanic powers, magic, illusions, and everything. It's totally nonsense and bullshit. Okay? There's a lot of real things going on and a lot of real information out there, and a lot of these things that these psychopaths are doing to us while we're paying attention to what color Trump's tie that he has on, or nonsense that they saying what's going on in Iran. People have all these opinions that don't know nothing. They don't have nothing. It's like North Korea. What do we know about North Korea? We don't know jack shit. Only thing we know is what the TV tells us. Okay, I've never been to North Korea before. I'm sure you haven't been to North Korea before. We don't know nothing. Right? Exactly. It could be, all stage, all nonsense. All right. The world's a stage, and that's what's going on. But speaking of some real news, I like to show you and talk about. We can talk about this, some real stuff going on. Shout out to Crow 777. They Crow put out a video. I've been watching Crow for a few years now, about 3 or 4 years now, and he's been filming these orbs that are in the sky, these like white orbs, and that's what we called them at first. But I think he homed in and found out what's really going on with these orbs. So it's here. Let me play this right now. So let's go over this together.
Just turn a volume a little bit down because it's like blowing the ears of all the listeners when you turn it on. Let's see.
Screen share. All right. Can you see? What
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So Crow 777 put this out. Shout out to him and Jason and his lovely wife Lindsay. He's been filming the skies for a while, but he put out this news alert: a chem bomb dropped on a populated city. Let's check this out, and then you can see with your own eyes
People need
what
to
I'm
see what's
talking
going
about.
on. I was setting up my scope. Crow, hey, look, there's an. Which is not an easy task. Operate the scope manually with no controls because everything's in reverse and you're kind of just swinging. What you see is backwards to what you're doing. This is the object that I picked up. At first I thought, wow, finally we've got the telescope on an orb, but this is no orb. I've seen orbs and I've seen a lot of things that are bright like a welding arc. This thing was super, super white, but the sun is going down behind it. Now, what happened here was there was a chemtrail that it's going through now that had been laid, I don't know, 10 minutes prior, 15 minutes prior. It was already starting to widen out. And then there was a fresh chemtrail laid just over it. Now, I assume this was dropped out of that chemtrail plane. I don't know where else it could have come from. The chemtrails were very low and close together. As you can see, it almost looks like it has a phase on it. I don't know whether it's the sun coming through this thing or what's going on. But as this thing began to drop, I noticed another thing. You can see the chemtrails are going to the left, and this round, I'll call it an orb, it's not an orb, is going to the right, almost like it's being controlled somehow. It's going against the breeze that's pushing the chemtrails to the left. Now,
we can only see the first screen that you
see what happened here.
Right, can you see what's going on
this
now?
was done over solid houses, miles and miles of solid houses.
You see this
and I
white
tracked it all the way
ball-looking
down to the
thing
roof of my house,
falling?
blocked me from seeing any
Okay.
further. And I edited this down because I
watching
have
this.
15 or 20 minutes worth of footage of this falling. But anyhow, in a second here, you're going to see what happens. Here it comes. Boom.
See that?
And all,
no
Look at this again.
Lord only knows what's
no
in
we don't see anything you're showing.
here where I change the
You not-
color,
you
I
don't
slow
see
it
this right
down.
No.
I zoom
What right now we're seeing something, but you know, it says like you have connection problems and it's breaking down in pieces. Like maybe
All right, so can you see this right now?
it's really low quality.
this.
It's not,
And I tracked it
Yeah,
all the
I
way down
wonder
to the
why.
roof of my house, blocked me from seeing any further. And I edited this down because I have 15 or 20 minutes worth
you
of
see
footage
this
of
now?
this falling. But anyhow, in a second here,
Can
you're
you
going to
see
see
it
what
now?
happens.
mm-mm.
Here it comes.
Very low quality. It's like, you know, squares, like, and clouds, something like this.
Yeah, but you don't see this video that I'm putting out right now?
No. Something with this connection, I don't know. Or maybe you have to upload it onto your channel and make an edited video with new footage that we can see actually, because nobody saw something. It was like breaking down in those squares and.
What about people in the chat? Was everybody seeing that, or was that just you?
Probably only not anyone saw anything.
Clip until 3 minutes and
What
30
about, can you
seconds.
see
You
this
have
now?
to see what happens here.
Yep.
This was done
Okay.
over
There's a
solid
ball
houses,
dropping
miles
that
and
came out of
miles
the
of
plane.
solid houses. And I tracked
And
it all the way
previously we
down to
thought
the
these
roof of my
were
house, blocked me
orbs.
from seeing any further.
But come to find out, it's not an orb. Check this out.
And I edited this down because I have 15 or 20 minutes worth of footage of this falling. But anyhow, in a second here, you're going to see what happens. Here it comes.
See that?
Boom.
Yeah.
It just blew up.
All this,
It's got like
and
chemicals
Lord only
in it.
knows what's in this. I should show you a few views here where I change the color, I slow it down,
Yeah.
I
I
zoom
can see
in.
it.
Now, here it comes again.
Look at
And
that.
it looks like it got shot or something, but I didn't hear any bullet or anything like that. It just blew up. The crazy thing is all this stuff was falling, and I had the opportunity to track the stuff that was falling, and I think I picked the wrong object. What I ended up, by the time I got it on the computer, I realized I tracked the container that held this crap that they blew up over houses. There's a red thing that you'll see in the following footage. This picks up again right at the explosion. The lowest thing you can see here is like a red ember. And I was looking in a 3-inch LCD, so I couldn't really tell. So I picked up the brightest thing, which is that white thing, which I believe is just the container that held this crap, whatever it is. Nanobots, chemicals, who knows? But it's all falling down into neighborhoods where there's wall-to-wall houses. I'm calling this thing a chem bomb. I don't know what else it could be. I didn't see it come out of the plane, but I don't know where else it could have come from. It fell against the wind. The prevailing wind was blowing the chemtrails to the left of this frame, and this thing fell to the right. There's the red object again near the bottom. It's a glowing ember, and you can actually see jets moving away from it, and sparkles come. At any rate, I'm going to speed this up at some point so you don't have to watch it just fall and fall and fall. But I tracked this all the way down, and this stuff fell on houses. I filmed some astonishing clips. I filmed what I think are holograms on the moon. I filmed boomerangs that are clearly under intelligent control. But this clip right here needs to get passed around. Whatever they dropped out of this plane and whatever blew up out of this chem bomb fell all over houses. I don't know what else to say about it. Anyhow, I'm going to quit talking. If you want to watch the rest of this, you can. It just shows the container falling, and you'll see sparkles and other things come as it goes down. But I tracked it all the way down until my roof blocked me from seeing it, and I know damn well this fell on people, houses, gardens, water. Just, it's ridiculous. Anyhow, there it is.
Yeah, very sad.
See it? So what is that stuff? What is that? Is that nanobots? Is that this was in Rhode Island. Can you see me now?
Yep.
Okay. That was he lives in Rhode Island, and shout out to, like I said, to Crow 777 for putting that out. And he filmed that, and he filmed the skies a lot. I mean, what's in that? What's going on? Let's see. I came to the conclusion, chemtrails, yes, they're a real thing. But I think a lot of people don't realize why they spraying the skies, Philip. They're spraying the skies because they're covering up the reflection of the sun against the dome. All right? I know it sounds crazy. The truth is stranger than fiction. They're hiding, been doing it for a very long time. These imitating clouds, and they're using chemicals to hide the reflection and the refractions off the dome, okay? And when I tell you that, I know that sounds crazy, but that's what's going on. The sun, we live in an enclosed system, and when you see the sun at a certain time of the day, it has these reflections on the side of it, one at the top and like two on the sides of it. So once people are waking up, they're trying to hide what that is, okay? At the same time, they can modify the weather with that and all that kind of stuff, but they're blocking out the sun. They even admit that they're blocking out the sun. They admit it.
At certain period of time, I was aware of this theory that you're talking about. But when I found out, like a couple of, I'm living also on the south of Russia. When it's summer, I'm going to the south, and so the city has like the most sun days in a year, and it has like maybe 300 or more days of a year with the sunlight. So, and I've been observing the sun like for months, and I can tell you what, that this city doesn't have chemtrails at all. Nobody's chemtrailing it, and I don't know why. So this is not like every city. And so if it's not like every city, the theory is not working, because you could see what you're talking about from that city. You can see these glares from the dome from that city there that I go every summer. But the good point is that I can watch the distance from my balcony that is far more than the formula promotes. Okay, the formula that inches per square miles, right? Is not working because I see the distance that I see and I measure it from the Google Maps and it's like way far than it's supposed to be. So,
Right.
and this next summer I'm gonna bring the P900 and film it, so it would be an evidence that a certain person can film an area where he can go and also film himself there. So I don't know. I'm maybe um, try to make some lasers there. I don't know, or probably just film it and put it on the map so everybody can see that it is exact point that I'm pointing on the map and the distance is well known. So that would be a great proof of the surface, non curvature of the surface and stuff like this.
Yeah,
So
I have a video. I have to look at it. I have to find it. But I actually have a video of the video how they're blocking out the um, the reflection of the dome.
yeah, have anyone from who you know or you yourself, have you seen that reflection?
Yes,
Because I haven't seen it. I've seen it only on YouTube.
yes, I have it. I actually have. I have a video. I videotaped it myself, and I seen the reflection. Just like if you take a bowl, you take a lighter, and you take a bowl, or you take like a glass bowl, and you light the lighter, you see the reflection. Well, just like the sun, that's what they're doing. They're hiding it. Can you see me right now? Or
Yeah.
can you see what I'm saying? Am I screen sharing right now?
No.
Okay. So let's I have a video, but I'm gonna show you. But look, that's why here's the sun right here, okay? And right on the side right here is it's typically a reflection over here, and there's a reflection over here, and there's always a reflection up top. The reason why that they spray the sky is to block out, to hide those reflections. Okay, so people know that they're spraying chemicals up there, and there's something going on up there. But what people don't know is that they're hiding the reflections off the dome. Okay, so if you're at this point, you're watching this right now. We live in an enclosed system. We live in some type of dome. Okay, there's above us. Okay, sky's the limit. Okay, the reason why all the NASA rockets do a U-turn like this and do a U-turn and never go straight up is because they can't, because they hit the ceiling. Okay, now this I videotaped it my own self of this phenomenon. Of them spraying the skies and the reflection of the sky. I have it in my phone. As let me stop this real quick. Okay, so can you see me now, or are you still there? Philip, are you there? Hello? You still there? All right, so we lost Philip. We'll just wait for him to come back. So that's what they're doing. They're blocking out the sun. They do it every day. They've been doing it for 30 years. Now people are starting to connect some more dots on what's going on. They're literally blocking out the sun. I have this video I can actually show that I actually took myself. When I found out, I was like, oh, okay, I heard of chemtrails, but I was like, all right, that's true. But why? Well, people think, oh, well, they're trying to kill people. Well, I guess yes and no, but that's not the main purpose why they're spraying the skies. They're spraying the skies because they don't want you to see the reflection off the dome. That's why we get rainbows. That's why it's off the reflections off the dome. This is a special place, man. It's supernatural, okay? It's supernatural, not what we was led to believe what it is.
I got your idea, man. But
So
as what
I
I
can,
say,
I
I
can,
haven't seen it, the reflection myself.
oh,
So
no, no, I can look. I mean, it's mind blowing. I can,
no, I mean, I know that we have a dome, but I haven't seen the reflection, and I don't see the connection
oh,
between the reflection and the spraying, because there's plenty of areas where I've been where you have the clear sky, like
look,
for
a lot,
weeks.
right? A lot of people haven't made that connection yet, but there's a lot of people who know about it. Okay, so
Okay,
they know what was going on, right? But they don't really know why they're doing it. So if they wanted to kill us, they would have killed us a long time ago. They're not. What they're doing is they've been hiding our true nature to reality. All right, remember they're getting $53 million a day of our taxpayer money. They can have a budget to do anything they want. They literally are spraying, blocking out the sun because of the reflections. And when I found this out, I was like, wow. And I'm sorry I'm not prepared.
there's another crazy theory about why are they doing it,
All right,
and
I can show you. I can back that up right now. I'm gonna try to find this video while you talk right now. I'm gonna find a video that I
yeah,
took.
okay, okay. So the guy told me that they're doing it because they have some fixing, and they have to you have to close the view to that fix process that they do there up there. So it's like when you have to cover something, you spray all this stuff, and the people in a certain area where they can be visible of the process of this restoration or fixing something above, and so you won't see those objects in the sky because too many people were picturing all these UFOs, so-called UFOs, flying cigars, dishes, and all this stuff. And all this stuff is just the drones that they had, and what they do in there is just um, the fixing, the staff that fixes stuff from above. I
Okay.
don't know if you understand me, and that's explained that we have a certain area, like you have like completely weeks of rain here in Moscow, or snow and you have completely no view on sun for months in Moscow. On the other hand, you have uh, view on clear sky and the sun for weeks in the south at the Black Sea where I live at the summer. So this is like contradicting and could be explainable if we talk about fixing, and they want to just close the view for us to see what they're doing up there.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. I'm listening to you at the same time. I'm looking for this extraordinary video that I posted. If I can't find it, then it's going to be I'm going to present this the next time that we get on.
I also have this before you find it. I also have this very interesting news that we have here in farming in cattle. Are you vegan right now?
Huh?
Are you vegan right
Yes,
now?
I'm vegan.
So,
I'm vegan.
can you see what I'm showing?
Yes, I can.
This is the ranch near the farm near the Moscow, and so they invented this device for cows. So the cows would be in virtual reality and feeling more good because it sucks to see what's all around them, and so it's like this mask will show them, some fields of grass, so they feel free, and they like increase the milk rate from the cow, so stuff like this. This is very interesting because it's literally promotes the vision and predicts what's going to happen to our kids who is going to be playing in virtual reality very soon. And probably there's a book where people were mining in underground facilities and mining and working hard and thinking that they were in some type of game, picking up coins, gold, and all this stuff. So it was very fun for them to do, but actually they were trying to make a hard work, and they were like hauling ass. to get these coins and gold and stuff like this. So it's like virtual reality changing the picture, and the slave is working a lot better. That's what I say.
Okay. I kind of found the video I took.
Just screen share.
Yeah, let me screen share and see what I can. Let's see. Let's take a look at this.
Okay.
So let's get rid of this. Okay. So let's go to my page. All right. So I posted some things. So here's an example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see.
So here's an example. Okay, what I'm telling about. Hold on, let me just make sure that this is this goes on. Trying to make sure that I.
In fact, I've seen all those pictures you're trying to show.
So look. So here's the sun right here, right?
Yeah.
And these are these called sun dogs. Okay, they're sun dogs, and this is why they're spraying the sky. It's to hide your reality, because if you wake up and you realize that we lived in an enclosed system in a dome, and you go outside, drink a cup of coffee, and you see this at a certain time of day, this will confirm exactly what people are saying, that we live in an enclosed system. So when they were saying that they're hiding God, we're meaning that we're hiding God's fingerprint. That means, because if we lived in a building, that means someone made this building. Okay, we live in an enclosed system, right? So this is what they're hiding. Okay, so right here, you see the sun right here, Philip?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these are the sun dogs, and this is what the chemtrails hide when they block the sky out, when they block the sun, right? They're blocking out these reflections. Okay, because anybody with a mind, right, a mind, will be able to connect the dots much easily if they saw that every day. Okay, so it sort of look like we have three suns, but it's not. They're just reflection off the domes. That's how we get the rainbows. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about, and this is what I filmed right here. I saw them. I saw the planes blocking out these reflections right here. They're blocking out these reflections. Right, and so then that's why they're flooding the sky with these chemtrails, because they don't want you to see these reflections. Okay, that's a dead ass. All right, so here, let me just refresh this real quick, because let me see this real quick. I posted this. So this is what I posted. Let me see if you could see this. Sun.
Yeah. Just
Reflection, not the sun. They go the other.
turn down the volume, please.
Right to the left of the sun. And to the right of the sun is the other reflection. And that's why those trails are there, to cover up those reflections. If there wasn't, it would look like we have three suns. See the sun? Sorry, it's sideways. So let's hold on. So let's go back to that. See, nice. There go the sun. No, that's the reflection, not the sun. Do you see the reflection? You see that? Right to the left of the sun, right up there. Right to the right of the sun is the other reflection. And this is what they're covering up. Those trails are there to cover up those reflections. If there wasn't, it would look like we have three suns. Reflection.
Yeah, we have to just give guys the link so they can feel, because when you do it in slow FPS, and you probably won't see the reflection. Like this.
Yeah, see that reflection over there? You see that?
I see something glorious.
It's huge. That's the sun dome, and that's what they've been covering up. So, and that it's mind blowing. But
I'll try to take a look at it more. I think you.
Matter of fact, we'll put together something and I get all my ducks. I also have another very good video to show people. I have to find it. And we can actually do a session just on this. And it's mind-blowing, because for a long time, We knew that there was spraying chemicals in the sky. We didn't know why. Okay, they told us, oh, it's for geoengineering to block out the sun rays. Well, no. What we found out, the truth is coming out, man. Every day we're learning more and more of these pieces to the puzzle. The reason why they're spraying the skies with this aluminum and barium is to block out the sun. The problem is that they don't care the aftermath that causes. Respiratory illnesses is up. People destroy. They're destroying the vegetation on the earth. It's getting in the water supply. Who knows what kind of problems you can actually get from this stuff that actually spraying in the sky? Why do we have to spray the sky? How come we can't just live in a world where they're not spraying any chemicals or dropping these white balls out of the sky with God knows what's in it? You know what I mean? So we're learning. This is a revelation because we know we lived in an enclosed system in a dome. Now it starts to make sense why they're blocking, why they're shooting all those chemtrails every day. It's because they're blocking the sun dogs, man. And it was like, I was like, wow. I was mind blown. So we're getting a step closer to figure out what's going on. We're getting all the pieces of the puzzle. And that's really what was mind blowing. That was something new. Excuse me, I didn't know if I was screen sharing. Sorry about that. And that's really something that I wanted to share. And
that's a good information. We have to look for it. I mean, everybody can do his own filming if he sees something like this. I think it's important because the main reason that I was thinking about is that they decrease in the life cycle for us because I know that they live in a lot longer, and so they spraying this stuff so we won't be like living above 100, and so it's like they're convenient if we live below 100 years. And that academic from Russia in the beginning of 20th century said each and every death below 150 I call violence. So he was saying that literally if you die below 150 years old, then you've been violently killed.
Right.
It's not your health. Okay.
I think if they were to kill us, they would kill us. They would have did that long time ago.
Yeah, they just decrease in the life, and that's why you work and you live, but you won't pass your knowledge to more people than you used to do. Like you have less grandchilds, you have less grandchilds, and so on. You won't pass the information.
Right, man. Think about how important this lie is. Think about why they had to lie about everything. They had to lie about everything, and that's why they're willing to go to any length, and take any risk to keep this from getting out to the masses, from people waking up. And the problem is that people are waking up and they're starting to connect the dots, right? Yeah. When you say, oh, okay, with this, that doesn't make sense because they got to live here on the same earth that we live on. So why would they be spraying just chemicals out of the sky that can mess us all up? Because we're dealing with some evil psychopaths. But the heart of the matter is, the main purpose, the reason why they're doing it is because they've been hiding our true nature to reality. They've been doing it. It's not new. It's not a lie.
Probably the size of this place also. Not only the shape, but the size.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, because this is what really will lock you down. If you know that the place is smaller than it actually is, you won't go further. Right. You won't open something. You won't be, willing to research actually, because you are dogmated in some certain area, and you're supposed to study for like a long term to get something, and you don't want to lose it when you get so high. When you get all those paychecks and you get all this, respect from your colleagues, from your family, from your friends, do you want to lose it to, back up for some alternative science, alternative, history, alternative version?
Right.
There's no reason. And you also have so many, just a layer of those people that can criticize you for everything that is out of this Wikipedia dogmatic stuff. Like if you go below something, or you cross the red line of in explaining something that is less convenient to them, they surely are gonna attack you, and claim you as being a liar because Wikipedia doesn't say this. So this is like, very ridiculous. Without giving any time and spending any time, spending a single dollar on research by themselves, they
Right.
just prefer to buy a book for 100 or 300 books and bucks, and totally believe what is written in this book. This is science fiction, is what I say.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's complete science fiction. Um, hey man, the world is way much different from what we was led to believe. I can tell you that right now. Um, I do have a nice couple of two pictures I want to share with you.
Yeah, and I
Um,
also wanna share two news, and so we can wrap it up today
yeah,
because we.
that's what I was gonna say. Let's wrap it up soon. So let me just take 2 seconds to kind of show this picture
Yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah.
For
I,
out
I,
to Flat Earth
I've
Bridge
I've posted this picture like in the end of December.
right here.
Yeah,
See this picture right here. When people say, "Oh, mud flood is all BS," it's not. And this is another real, you know, this is a mud flooder. It's a mud flooder. And how many times we don't know, but this is a real mud flooder. Okay, this is the app. This is a evidence of a building submerged encased in mud. All the streets that you probably walk on, and all of the buildings, they probably have so many dead bodies underneath them from all this mud coming in. Here we go. We got some more mud over here. See this right here?
yep.
It's just mud from a mud flood. And all these buildings just refitted it and from a different time. So mud flood is real. It's real.
Sure
So,
is.
and here's another one right here. Right here, this is a good one. Nice mud flooded. It's a case of mud. Sort of it looks like somewhere in Russia.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
You
all the
should also
buildings.
subscribe to my Instagram because you'll get all those pictures without delay. They're getting posted on my Instagram for like 2 weeks earlier than his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been really good. I've been busy, man. I had to go back to school. I had to kind of tune out. I couldn't do two things at once. That's why I had to put connecting the dots on the whole. But I'm back. I will be taking some more extra courses later on throughout the year. But I'm back. I just put a little more time and effort into making videos and start doing shows again. Um,
Yeah, you should come back because people are missing your, long videos that you made. That's very
yeah,
interesting. On long films, I would call them films
yeah, a
because
lot of people was messaging me, asking me, "Yo, when you gonna come back? Yeah, I haven't put out there around. I'm coming back soon. I just got to get everything together. I just been, I've been, especially around the holiday seasons, I had to work more. I'm trying to survive in this matrix, so I had to do matrix stuff so I can keep status quo, keep what I have, and I had to get some more education so that I could thrive in the field that I'm in. That I have to deal with in this matrix. So my apologies, everyone. I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. I'm still active on Flat Earth News and Report. I had it. It was just getting. Sometimes it was just. It was a combination of both. And I think it was just at the right time, Philip. Sometimes it's just overwhelming. Once you kind of know about Tartaria, mud flood, and what's really going on, it gets kind of overwhelming, and you kind of have to reprioritize
yeah,
what's
of course, of course, of
and
course.
everything that I do is I don't monetize my channel. I don't. I have a way where people want to send me a donation, but I don't get any donations. So everything, all my time, is because it's all free, and I don't expect or want anything um, from that. So I'm glad that you kept strong. I'm glad that you're holding your own. I know you're going to be good. But I definitely want to come back and we could start working on the next episode of Connecting the Dots. So.
Yeah, and it was not very easy year for these cosmonauts and astronauts because they had to celebrate New Year's without Black Caviar this year,
Yeah.
and then it was on the news the Russians posted, and also this accident with the toilets when they had to use these devices for it's not exactly pumpers, but it's like some type of diapers, but with the plastic bag inside. So I mean that was very complicated year for them, and I hope this year will be a lot easier for those old fat cosmonauts that are really old and not looking very healthy. How they surviving in this 16,000 per mile object that is moving around.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So thanks a lot, everybody who joined us today, and I think
shout out to the chat room.
Richard will probably edit this video and make it a lot better, and so you come back to his channel when he's ready, and I'll send him a link so he can download it also and edit it out.
You could do that. Yeah, I could do that. That sounds like a plan. I could definitely do it.
Yeah, everybody, thanks who joined us, and I see a lot of people came, about 130 people.
Wow. Shout out to the chat room, man.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't answer any of your questions. I hope I will manage this software and make another one like tomorrow or maybe day after and just answer your questions because I see a lot of questions here. So thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Ciao.